In today's episode, we are going to look at how to verify communal or family land before buying in Nigeria. How to verify a communal or family land before buying in Nigeria. So, if you are considering to buy a land that belongs to a community or a land that belongs to a family, so this program is for you. Please listen and listen attentively. So, how to verify a family or a communal land before buying in Nigeria? So, in this edition, I will take you through the essential steps and the safely way of buying a communal or family land in Nigeria. Please stay tuned and don't go away. So, the first step that you take when you want to buy a communal or family land is that you should be able to identify the owners. I said in plural, you should be able to identify the owners. One of the silly mistakes that the land buyer always make in Nigeria with respect to communal or family land is that they usually pay money to a single individual. No, the family land is owned by the principal member of the family. It is not owned by an individual. Likewise, also to community land. So, a single person cannot sell a family land, and a single person cannot sell communal land. The communal or family land is owned and can only be sold by the principal members of the family, but not an individual. So the first step that you take is that you should be able to identify the owners. So what you need to do is that first you look for the head of the family or the traditional ruler of that community. What did I say? I said the first step is to identify the owners. And in your step to identify the owner, you have to what? Identify the head of that family or the traditional ruler of that community. So, if the land is a family land, all the principal members must be involved in the sale, not just a single or an individual to engage you in such transaction. The entire principal members must be engaged, must be involved, must be put on notice, must be aware that the family land is about to be sold or you are about to buy the family land. And if the land is a community land, if the land is a communal land, you should try to seek approval from the community leaders or from the traditional councils. That is the council of elders. You should try to get approval from them. And the approval must be signed by the traditional rulers or by the leaders of the community. So after identify the owner, the second step that you will take is to identify the root of title. You try to identify how the community or the family acquire the land, how that land becomes that communal land, or that land eventually become or belong to that particular family. So that is, you have to trace the root of title. So the second step that I say is that you request and verify the root of title. So, and the way of which this land can be acquired by the family is that one, it might be through inheritance. You understand? Through ancestral inheritance. That is just one. Secondly, it might be by the judgment of the court, declaring the same community or the same family as the owner of that land. or it might be government that allocates the said land to the community or to the family. Then finally, if possible, if possible, you can go to land registry at the local government to confirm their titleship or the ownership of their claim, whether it's through court judgment, whether it's through ancestral heritage, or whether it's by government allocation. So you should be able to check the land registry within that local government to confirm their claims. So the third step that you will take in verifying the communal or family land in Nigeria before purchasing is that you should try to inspect the land physically. Just trying to do physical inspection of the land. The third one is what? Physical inspection of the land. Trying to inspect the land and see the land with your eye, as Nigeria usually say. Try and see the land with your crow eye. Visit the land and see the location of the land. Not that everything should be prepared in an office, or not that you've been told that, okay, this is the head of the family, it is my father's land, and I want to sell and other things. No, try and do physical inspection to know where the land actually situates or where the land is located. Visit the land and do the physical inspection. When you are visiting the land, this is very, very important. So you have to go with the surveyor so that he will be able to survey the land for you. Or you should be able to ask the neighbors, those that are living within that zone, to verify the ownership of the land. You have personal interaction with them. So this particular land, who owns it? Which family owns it? Which community owns the land? So you should be able to do this during your physical inspection to the said land. I said, when you are buying a communal or family land, you have to verify it. And in this edition, we are taking you on step by step on how to verify communal or family land before buying in Nigeria. So, another step that you will take when you are verifying or buying a communal land in Nigeria is that you should try to get a communal or family deed of assignment. You should try and what? Get a family deed or communal deed of assignment. So, this communal or family deed of assignment must be signed by what? If it is a communal land, it must be signed by the leader, the traditional council of the traditional leader of that community. That's just one. Secondly, it must be signed by the principal members of that community and their witnesses. And what? And their witnesses. Then, if it is a family land, it must be signed by the head of the family plus other principal members of the family and their witnesses. And after this is being signed, quickly take the deed of assignment to the land registry and registered the said deed of assignment. Then in that situation, you have taken the proper step in acquiring communal or family land in Nigeria. One thing that you should do and you should avoid is that don't pay with cash. Don't pay the money in cash. Don't make any commitment in cash. Try and make your payment through bank transfer. And in your narration during the process of transferring the money, you should be able to identify purchasing the land from the family of Mr. A. In that situation, you've been able to have your proof of payment even in your statement of account. Buying communal land or family land can be safe if you follow the steps that I just mentioned. So don't fall into land dispute or fraud when trying to engage into the land business in Nigeria. If you found this episode so interesting, please share with others so that we'll be able to reduce the land dispute in Nigeria and avoid falling into the hands of land grabbers in Nigeria. Please share this video to others. It might help your brother, it might help your sister, it might help someone around you. Thank you and remain connected. I still remain your host, Triple A on Court TV.
Court TV. Explore the entertainment.